Composing the reflection. So, my conniving hypocrites and conspiring pretenders, you understand that strolling live through a motion picture is not just a matter of make-believe, it is also a masquerade. As always, let's review from the last lesson. Influencing someone's mind is the fastest way to steer their life. If you're confronted by manipulators, always pause and ask yourself, who benefits from this and how? Reality has two hidden layers. It's a movie playing out all around you, and at the same time, it's a 3D mirror reflecting your inner state. You exist within the mirror as the character living life, but also you exist outside of it as the awareness watching the film. The key is to act and feel as if what you desire is already yours. If you fully commit to that feeling, not just occasionally, but consistently, reality will begin to shape itself to match the inner story you're telling. Yes, it's playing a game with reality, but the game is real and quite serious. And yes, it's a masquerade. Reality has many different faces, and you too have your own masks for reality. Imitation and being present, allowing and tracking, observing and composing, the subject's image and its reflection. All this on the one hand is make-believe, and on the other is very, very real. Now, let us discuss in more detail the meaning of what we talked about in our previous lesson. You can turn a reflection into an image, the subject, by pretending that you have something you don't yet have, or that you are someone who you have not yet become. This means that you are capable of generating an image as well as a reflection. In the first case, the image appears as the reflection, whereas in the second, the opposite is true. The reflection appears as the image. Why do your thoughts shape your world, and also your world shapes who you become? Because in the mirror of reality, the image, your inner world, and the reflection, your outer world, happen at the same time. There are two ways this mirror works. One is the direct process. What you put out is what you get back. Your real thoughts, feelings, and actions shape your physical reality. You create an image, and the mirror reflects it back to you. The second is the reverse process. What you pretend becomes real. When you act like someone, even if you're not fully that yet, the mirror takes the hint and reflects it back. Over time, you actually become what you were pretending to be. In short, your reality shows you who you are, but also who you pretend to be shapes who you become. The mirror is simultaneous and responsive. It reflects your authentic and your chosen identity. All these techniques about working with the mirror are what we refer to by moving from within. So what's the difference between shaping a mirror, image, or reflection and shaping reality itself? When you shape an image or reflection, you're working with the mirror and influencing reality by changing your inner state or identity. When you shape reality directly, you're working with the film, lighting up the next frame with your intention and attention. They're two different tools. The mirror equals perception and identity, and film equals intention and flow of events. Different methods, same result. You influence what shows up in your life. And if you wonder whether faking it or pretending could really change your world, yes, it can. Reality is flexible. The mirror is an illusion that responds to how you act. The film has many versions. You just have to remember who's behind the camera and apply the right technique. The first essential condition is that you have to treat this like a serious game. Just as a skilled actor fully becomes their character, you must become the actor in your own life. From who you are now, which you may not like very much, start playing the role of the person you want to be. Live the role fully until you transform into that character. This is the reverse process where the reflection becomes the image. The second essential condition, the game must be consistent. The mirror of reality doesn't respond instantly, it has a delay. To create change, you must act purposefully, regularly, and with patience. At first, you'll act without immediate results, but if you stick with it, the changes will come. Reality will respond once it sees your persistence. Here's the first key condition. This is a very serious game. Think of how a great actor fully becomes their character. They don't just pretend, they live it. That's how they transform. But your job is to reverse the process. Instead of becoming a character, you start as the character you've been stuck in, the version of yourself you're no longer satisfied with, and then become the actor. You choose a new role, you play it intentionally, and you live it so fully that you start to transform in it. This is how you flip the mirror. Instead of the image creating the reflection, you let the reflection become the image. You act like the person you want to be until you are. Here's the second essential rule. The game must be consistent. The mirror of reality has a delay. It doesn't respond right away. So if you want to see real change, you have to show up again and again with clear, purposeful action. You won't get immediate feedback. You'll need to act before results appear without needing any proof whatsoever. But remember, reality is watching. You can be sure of that. It will eventually shift, but only if you stay consistent longer than it can hold out. Let reality be the one to break first, not you. Composing a reflection means deliberately creating your own illusion and making it real. If there's something you want, act like you already have it. If there's someone you want to become, live like you are already that person. Step into the role, take it seriously like a skilled actor. Feel it in your thoughts, imagine it vividly, express it through your actions when you can. Eventually, you'll believe it, and when you do, reality will too. And that's when the shift happens. That's when the miracle unfolds. And now the reflection method. Again and again, over and over, my boring little ones. First, catch yourself thinking, I want something, or I want to be a certain type of person. Second, become fully present. Wanting is futile. You have to start composing. Step 3, fake it and behave as if you had already achieved what you desire. It doesn't matter how exactly you fake it, that's for you to decide, but be inventive. That's something you don't need my advice on. The more creative you are, the more effective you will be. There are 2 techniques: composing the image, which is mostly about how you relate to people, and composing the reflection, which is mostly about shaping your reality. With people, you don't pretend. Be genuine, be yourself. But with reality, you can pretend all you like, just don't lose touch with what's real. It doesn't matter how exactly you fake it, that's for you to decide. But be inventive. That's something you don't need our advice on. The more creative you are, the more effective you will be. But just in case, we'll provide some examples for composing the reflection. In this case, say you want to attract an ideal partner. One of the many things that you could do is create physical space for them. Clear a drawer in your dresser for their belongings. Leave an empty spot on your bathroom counter for their toothbrush. Another aspect could be sleeping on your preferred side of the bed. Now, don't quote me on this, but I'd wager that 99.99% of people, when sharing a bed with a partner for an extended period of time, has a preferred side of the bed that they'd like to sleep on. Begin your slumber by resting your head on your preferred side of the bed. Set the stage for romance in your home. Arrange 2 chairs at the dining table with candles or flowers in the middle as if preparing for a romantic evening. Maybe place 2 coffee mugs or wine glasses on your counter, symbolizing these shared moments. Number 4, you could write love notes, writing love letters as if your partner is already in your life. Place them in a drawer or journal, imagining your partner discovering or appreciating them. Number 5 could be playing music that they would love. Curate a playlist of love songs or tracks you imagine your partner enjoying and play it often to create the vibe of their presence. Number 6 could be placing symbols of love in your home. This could be a little bit cheesy, but you could add subtle romantic touches like heart-shaped decor or framed quotes about love. Keep a pair of candles lit at dinner, symbolizing the 2 of you. Number 7, a little bit more practical, you could dress for them. Dress every day as if you're going to meet your partner. Wear outfits you imagine them complimenting. And finally, you could plan for 2. When buying groceries, occasionally include items they might enjoy, like their favorite snacks or drinks. Plan vacations or events, mentally including them. Next time, we'll visit this together. Here, we have creative ways to compose the reflection and attract a desired luxury lifestyle by acting as if it is already your reality. You could use high-quality table settings and linen for your meals, even if you're eating at home. You could wear outfits that reflect the style of the life you envision, even for daily errands. You could visit high-end stores to try on designer items and imagine yourself owning them. You could drive through luxury neighborhoods and imagining yourself coming home to one of the houses. You could place a decorative bowl for spare keys in your entryway, representing your dream car or home. You can drink your morning coffee or tea in elegant cups or glasses that feel extra luxurious. You could display photos or artworks of dream destinations, imagining that you've been or are about to go. You create a savings account and label it future luxury travel or dream home, even if you start with small amounts. You could even use scents that make you feel sophisticated, such as high-end perfumes or candles. And you could speak about your dream lifestyle in present terms as if you are already living it. Now remember that playing with the mirror and the upcoming frame alone is not enough. You also need to do everything that is required of you to realize the goal in the current frame. That is, to take concrete action and not just lie around on the sofa dreaming. You can strut around composing reflections like theatrical peacocks, pretending you're already enlightened, rich, adored, and irresistible. But if you don't get off your holy behind and do something in the current frame, the mirror will just roll its eyes and say, "Oh look, another sofa prophet wrapped in illusions, waiting for magic to wipe their drool." Compose all you want, but take the damn step. The gods may laugh, but reality obeys movement. You're in a movie. Don't just watch it.